Hello, this is the bonus reading for Aquarius rising, sun, and moon sign. So I am going to be going into love and relationships, then career, and then health. So I'm going to start shuffling. I'm on a floor. I wish I could show you what I'm doing, but it is what it is. Okay. This is in Aquarius's best, highest good. And for whoever most needs to hear it. I'm shuffling the cards, just so you know. After this, I think I am done for the day. I've been doing this all day long. Not that I'm too tired to do this accurately enough for you, but since Pisces is the last, I think I might do something extra special for them early tomorrow morning, since they have been the last. They've been waiting the longest, if there has been. Well, I do know one Pisces in particular who has been waiting. Okay, let's focus on you. Let's see. What messages do you need to hear, or do you need clarity on concerning love and relationships for single Aquarians and Aquarians in relationships? Aquarius rising, sun, and moon sign. It's kind of like calling things out at an airport. See what comes in. Okay, here we go. We're going to do a 6-card spread. You worried? Okay. Oh my goodness, Aquarius, what the heck is going on with you with love and relationships? Okay. I may pick some extra cards after this to see if I can get some different stories or scenarios, since there are a lot of people out there and not all things are going to apply to everyone. A general reading isn't quite the same thing as doing a reading for one person. But we'll see what comes out. So, the first one on the top 3 is the 4 of Swords. That's been coming out a lot. Your next one, the 10 of Pentacles. The third one, the Ace of Cups. This is a really beautiful card to get in a romantic reading. On the bottom row, first of the three, the Six of Swords. The second one, the World. The third final one on the bottom row is the Nine of Swords. I also picked two because the Nine of Swords is underneath the Ace of Cups, and those can make sense, but I just wanted a little bit more information. So the final two cards that were extras is the Seven of Pentacles and the Lovers. That is also a significant card, especially since it's major arcana. In a relationship reading, this is significant. Okay. So the first two, which signifies your past with relationships and love, is the Four of Swords above the Six of Swords. This is telling me that in the past with relationships, you have needed a break in order to get some much needed clarity or mental peace. Pardon me, I'm just trying to get comfortable on a hardwood floor. Resting your mind so that you could get more clarity or get clear on how to proceed from there, to be able to have the mental energy to be able to proceed. And it had something to do with getting clarity over possibly mending a relationship or mending conflict or resolving conflict in the relationship or moving on to much more peaceful waters with relationships. Perhaps there was conflict in the past that upset your mental body, and so you needed to rest, recuperate, so that you could move on. I don't mean necessarily move on from the relationship. I just mean move on from the conflict in the relationship, or at least to get some clarity about what the conflict had to do with. And following your higher self and its advice on how to proceed. Wanting to have things get better. Perhaps you two were arguing if you are in a relationship, and if you weren't in a relationship or you're single, wanting to change your thinking patterns on old relationships that had a lot of conflict or fighting in them, and you haven't wanted to repeat that pattern again, and so you have had to do some serious meditating or resting your mind in order to receive the information you needed on how to move on where you don't attract that anymore. Next, in the middle, you have the Ten of Pentacles above the World. So perhaps your old way of dealing with family or community or spirit family, or how you thought of family as being, has changed, or you have graduated from the old way into a new way of thinking of family. Perhaps your family had a great deal to do with your expectations for relationships or love, or showed you a particular way of being with relationships or love, and perhaps you tried to fulfill that or follow down that path, but you have realized that that may not be what's best for you, or their way may not be your way, or perhaps you have wanted the concepts that they taught you about relationships, but it's only now that you are finally able to manifest that in its fullest on what you were taught relationships were all about. Also, changing the karma with relationships that has been repeated in your family for multiple generations. Perhaps you are transmuting old ways of looking at relationships that have been embodied in your family into a new way, or the same vibration, just a newer, better, more full way of manifesting it. Okay. In the future, you have the Ace of Cups, which is new love or falling in love, or a possible new feeling or resurgence of love in an existing relationship. So if you are single, then this is a new relationship or new love, falling in love. If you are in a relationship, then this could be renewing the relationship or renewing the feeling of falling in love all over again. But there's something about it that is stressing you out or making you worry a lot. Okay, so let's look at the other two. This has to do with waiting for things to come about in their own proper timing, to be able to allow things to ripen on their own, to be patient. The good news of this card is that even though you are waiting, it's not like it's not growing. It is growing and ripening. It just takes time and patience to wait for it to unfold in its own timing. You have done all you can do at this point. Now it's just a matter of waiting and seeing what happens. And the next one is the Lovers, which is about having to make a major choice in love or relationships. Or you're at a crossroad with love and relationships, a major one, and you have to choose one way or the other. You can take that in a number of different ways. So when I look at these last two, or last four rather, let me see if I can do this properly with the backwards camera lens. Concerning this new love, or resurgence of love, you may be worried because you are afraid if you wait too long to make this choice, you may lose it. You may lose this love. Perhaps you've been taking your sweet time making this decision. Because it's such a major decision, this decision may even affect your family somehow. But either way, I feel like there's worry there or anxiety over how will your family perceive this shift or graduation, or how your family will be affected by it, or how they'll see it or perceive it. But I'm definitely getting a clear message in here that if you wait too long, you're afraid of losing this, and then all of this would have been for nothing. If you're in a relationship, this could be that you want to renew the relationship, or you want to renew the feeling of being in love all over again, but something about it is being put off or put on hold because of major decisions that the two of you need to make about the relationship. Or this can even be the other person. Perhaps the other person is having a hard time deciding on how to proceed with the relationship, or what to choose, or whether to go with the relationship or not. And this is putting you on hold and making you stress and worry, because ultimately you want to proceed forward with it. If you're single, I'm getting that perhaps you want to please your family or your friends or your community or your spirit family, but something about this new love may be unconventional or different in some way. And it's almost like you feel as though you have to pick either love or your friends, or love or your family. Interesting. All right. That's all I can really get from that. So I'm going to pick some other cards to see if I can get a different storyline, because that one was quite specific. I'm sure not all of you are going through that type of scenario. So let me see what else I can get. Wow. Wow. Look at that. There's something going on for you Aquarians right now that's really powerful with love. A new love, or a new way of love. A new relationship that is solid, stable, true, has a very good chance of lasting and being successful. Where you truly, I don't know if you can see these Two of Cups here. The Two of Cups is like a minor arcana version of the Lovers, but it's even more lovely because it doesn't necessarily have to do with making a major choice. The choice is already made. You already love each other. And this is about, not that in the Lovers you don't love each other, it's just there has to be some kind of choice involved with going with the relationship. And so if you look at the Two of Cups, they are mutually in love. They mutually respect each other. They mutually understand each other. They mutually have an ease of companionship and much love and romance between the two of them, where they're able to work together and create together, where they create together things that they wouldn't be able to create on their own. This is beautiful. This is a soulmate card, where perhaps because you are so familiar to each other energy-wise, you may have even known each other in many past lifetimes before. It's like an instant recognition card. And since you had the Six of Wands to go with it, which is victory and success, and because you had the Ace of Pentacles, which is a new, solid, stable beginning that has a very good chance of lasting and continuing to grow and becoming fruitful. This is one of the best love readings I've seen so far. This is highly significant. Wow, you lucky. You are so lucky. Okay. That was short and sweet. And now we're going to go on to career, jobs, and money. Hello again. This is going to be another 6-card spread for your career, jobs, and money. So we shall see. This is in the best, highest good for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising sign for career, jobs, and money. Whatever they need to hear. Okay. Here we go. I'm going to pick the cards. Whoa. Wow. Okay. Alrighty. On the top, the first of the three is the Nine of Cups. The second out of the top is the King of Swords. The last on the top is the Ace of Pentacles again. You've had this come up in every single reading you've had so far for July. On the bottom, first one is the King of Pentacles. The second one is the King of Cups. The last one on the bottom is Death. Wow, you guys. 3 out of 6 cards. Half of your cards are kings. The only king that you're missing is the King of Wands, and that's it. I'm going to take them out of place and just show you. Look at this. You have 3 kings out of 6. That's amazing. Okay. So the first two, which signifies your past with jobs, money, and career, is the Nine of Cups above the King of Pentacles. How much better can you get? Really? I feel like because you have an Ace in here and because you have Death in here, I'm guessing that this is your master plan. This is what you have been working on and getting ready for in the past. You want the job of your dreams. Your wishes are coming true. You are going to be completely fulfilled and feel like all your wishes have been granted by this particular career, job, or money situation. Perhaps you may even become wealthy from this or create a massive amount of abundance out of this. And it's not just for the sake of money. It's also for the sake of emotional fulfillment. This feels like it's very important to you, and it's something that feels like it's your dreams coming true, or it's your dream job, or something about this job or career or money situation is fulfilling on all levels, not just monetarily, but spiritually, emotionally. Feel like you're doing something meaningful, creating enough abundance to be able to fund other things. Okay. The middle one, middle combination, are 2 kings on top of each other. The top one is the King of Swords. The bottom one is the King of Cups. You may even be partnering up with other people or even 2 other people where there's a trio of you that are organizing or planning this thing, whatever it is. Or not only is it going to fulfill your material needs, it's going to fulfill your mental needs, perhaps exercise your brain or stretch your intelligence out even larger than it already is, where you feel like you're finally utilizing your abilities to the fullest. And not only that, but it's emotionally fulfilling you. That's amazing. And I am getting allies. Wow! Oh my god, that scared the crap out of me. I'm so sorry. I live in the desert now. I hardly ever hear horns or sirens or anything like that. Whatever I was saying when that happened was significant. I don't know what I was saying, but whatever it is was important for you to hear. Okay. So, I think it was about allies. Yeah, it was something about allies and partnering up with other powerful people. I'm getting a lot of power from this. Either you'll be in a powerful position or you will generate power through aligning your energy with either one other person or 2 other people towards this thing, whatever it is. I don't know what the heck you're minding, but it seems really like it's a huge breakthrough on multiple levels, not just for you personally, but for whatever the field is, or even possibly at its highest best. I would assume it would be best for the world or for humanity. Interesting. Very interesting. I have no idea who the heck is watching this or who this is for, but it makes me wonder who the heck you are. Well, if you are aligning with people, I'm just going to throw out some specifics. This doesn't have to be the case at all, but I am going to throw it out there. It could be between you, the Aquarian, which is this guy, a Scorpio, which is this guy, and a Taurus. And keep in mind, these don't have to be men. Even though they're kings, in real life, these don't have to be men. They could be, though. But they can also be women that are extremely powerful and mature and superbly intelligent in their specific gifts. So it almost seems like you have someone who either has the funding or the practical knowledge. You have someone, probably you, who has the genius or the mind for it, the master plan, mastermind, and then you have someone who has the instincts, the detective mind of being able to smell out BS, smell out truth, smell out what would be a good thing to do or not a good thing to do. Someone with the instincts. This can even be you and all 3 parts of yourself. But this can also be 3 separate individuals, and this can also be one partner that you're going to be working with that has these qualities or 2 of these qualities. You'll know more than me. I'm just throwing these things out here. So, in the future, there is the Ace of Pentacles over death. And don't get freaked out. I'm not seeing that this new beginning is going to end right away. I am actually getting the feeling that this is going to be very long-lasting and perhaps even turn out to be something bigger than what you thought originally. But what I am getting is that in order to start this new beginning, something needs to end. Or it could even be something like, this is just one possibility. I'm not saying that this is the case. It could be that some of the funding you get to get this thing started comes from some kind of an inheritance or some kind of legacy or money that has been stashed away or some kind of bonds, something like that. Some kind of, maybe this has to do with investments or money exchange or working with other people's money. Could possibly have to do with taxes or the IRS, or it could possibly have to do with pooling together other people's money in order to do investments to create even more. That's a general way of putting it. Working with other people's resources. Or it can be downright using, yeah, I think I've covered most of the bases that I can think of with this card. So, and it also could signify that your prior career needs to end and pass away before you can start this new thing, or something about collecting money from your old career or your old job in order to fund this new one. Something like that. Wow. This is coming out of nowhere from my eyes, but hopefully this makes sense to somebody. Really interesting. Okay, I think I'm just going to leave it at that. And on to the next part. Here I am. I guess on my end I've gone someplace, but on your end I haven't. I'm still here. Feels kind of silly to say, I'm here again. Okay, now I'm going to shuffle for your mental, emotional, and physical health and see if there are any messages in here you're supposed to hear. And this is in Aquarius, rising sun and moon signs, highest, best, good. For health, mental, emotional, and physical health. Is there anything that they need to know? Okay. 6 cards. Okay. First one on the top is death again. I don't know what is going on with you. There's a lot of transformation and change going on for you. The second one, 4 of Swords. Didn't you? Yeah, I'm not going to even try to remember. Third one, the Hanged Man. Bottom, 7 of Pentacles. Again, having to wait. One moment. Okay, I can't remember where I was. Let's see. I think I showed you the Hanged Man. I'm just going to start on the bottom again. The 7 of Pentacles. Next one, the 3 of Wands. Last one, 10 of Wands. So, concerning health. You've been having to wait too long on something, or something has been taking too long to change. You need rest. You need to take a break. pain, exhaustion, feeling overloaded, feeling like things have to change and you can't wait any longer. But ultimately, I see that health can get better if you take time out. Any possible health problems besides back problems could be headaches, not being able to process your food properly, or you're not receiving the proper amount of nutrition from the food that you eat. Something about things are locked up in your body where you're not absorbing nutrients properly. Part of that is caused by this delayed ending that's going on in your life. But if you take rest and allow this transformation to happen, those problems should get significantly better, if not completely disappear. There's a feeling of lethargy, or not laziness. It's more like a feeling of just not having enough energy, of being constantly tired all the time. But as far as possible remedies, I would say lay your burdens down. You need to rest and then take action towards transforming and letting go of whatever it is that needs to end. You might be having either excessive lucid dreams or nightmares, but that should fall away once you move forward towards the future. Okay, I think I'm really tired myself and I need to rest. And my daughter just got home, so we're done. Many blessings to you. Good luck. And I don't mean that because you're not lucky. Good luck. You have a lot of good luck right now. Take care.